You know when you go into a temple in India or places, you ring a bell to go into a temple, and the reason for ringing the bell is to announce to God that you're there, and you intend it's situated so you don't disturb the other prayer, the people praying. I don't. But you say that God is everywhere. He's everywhere. He can see everything you do. So why do we need to announce to God that we're here? Surely He can see you, that you're coming in.
You see, this is a very good question, because this is a question that can be framed in a variety of different ways. Suppose you say, why should you offer fruit to God? God is not hungry like that. Or why do you say, why should I visit the temple to see God? God is everywhere. Why should I even bother to ring? Forget about ringing the bell. Why should I go to the temple? God is supposed to be everywhere. I can see Him in the forest, in the garden, in the back garden here, in Mr. Rajan's back garden. Surely, why should I need to bother? The question is very good. And there's a nice way of answering this. It's not a put off, but it's an interesting way of answering. You see, I can say there is wind everywhere, but if I want to experience wind, I need a little fan. You put the fan on, I get it. So even though the wind is everywhere, you need a place where it's focused. So the reason why we bother with temple and to ring bells and visit the temple is this. In a way, we are polarizing. Just like a fan will give you wind in your face. In a way, we are polarizing this idea of thinking about God by visiting a place that you designated for that purpose. So it focuses our attention, not God's attention, our attention. So the reason we ring the bell is not to say, oh God, I'm here. You say, I know, don't worry, my boy. I'm supposed to be all-knowing, don't worry. The reason is because we are, in a way, ensuring that we ourselves are now telling ourselves we are stepping into this holy, sacred place. So in a way, we are alerting ourselves, not alerting God, but alerting ourselves that we are entering a sacred space. So even though, you see, it's a lovely question, but the answer is also equally sweet. It's saying that just as there's wind everywhere, but in order to feel it, you need a propeller, in the sense that you need a kind of focused place where you say, okay, so now I'm going to think about God only. So if you went to a club, everybody's drinking, you won't be able to think about God. So you need that kind of atmosphere. So it's creating that external atmosphere for you to jump into the idea of God or think about God in a polarized, this word is polarized manner. So we need polarization. We do certain activities, we need some surrounding. This is how we use the surroundings of a temple. And all these rituals and this external thing, tinkling a bell and all that, in order for us to focus ourselves, not to focus God. That's highly unlikely. But when you think like this, that makes sense. It's nice for the youngsters to challenge and ask questions and for us to respond in an honest manner. Suppose you say, no, it's written in my book. Otherwise, God will not listen to you unless you tinkle the bell. You say, this is terrible. He's deaf. You need me to have this big bell. This is terrible. But you see, to be able to smile. In Hinduism, you can smile about God and talk like that. And God doesn't get offended. Say, thunderbolts and you. Tomorrow morning when you go for a walk, thunderbolt. He doesn't do that. God smiles. Okay, carry on. You're messing me up. Mess me up. This is the way we relate to God in a loving manner. Not with fear, but with love.